What's going on, guys? You're tuning in to another wonderful, brilliant coin of the day special brought to you by yours truly, Ignatius Crypto Detective Palaki, p2ptender.com. If you want to sign up for the email list, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You, the viewers, make this possible. So thank you for tuning in. What is the coin of the day for today? June 26th, 2018. And I kind of hinted at this yesterday. It's Cardano. Cardano. Now, the founder of Cardano is also a co-founder of Ethereum. Mr. Hoskinson, who runs a technology research firm IOHK, that's Input Output Hong Kong. And what do we know about Cardano? Well, we'll get to the founder. We'll talk about that in a minute here, but I know. I'm just so excited. Cardano is a blockchain platform with more advanced features than any protocol yet developed. Cardano, I've got to say this, I'm sure this is going to be mentioned somewhere in this article or on this website, but it's based on a computer language called Haskell, which is one of the oldest computer languages known, the oldest programming language. Came out in about 1990, and there's different versions of it, and it's mainly used in the field of academia and industry. We'll get to that later. That's a whole other topic. But so anyhow, the first to evolve out of a scientific philosophy, our large team of expert engineers and researchers drawn from around the world started by deconstructing the concept of a cryptocurrency. And Cardano is like the next generation crypto. It's like crypto 3.0, whereas Bitcoin was like 1.0, and then you had Ethereum came out, and that was like the 2.0 of cryptocurrency, where it kind of took the idea of peer-to-peer assets and took it to a level of application development and just having this kind of infrastructure where you can build on top of that. And Cardano is like 3.0. It's like Ethereum supercharged to where there's so many layers to it, but it all breaks down to a very simple computer programming language called Haskell. But I mean, you can, as I understand it, and I could be wrong, but as from the research I've performed, I mean, you can build Java, whatever on top of the Cardano. On top of that language, but you can go down, break it down layer by layer, and it all boils down to the Haskell computer programming language, which is like the root of Cardano. Our large team of expert engineers and researchers drawn from around the world started by deconstructing the concept of a cryptocurrency, then incorporating our groundbreaking proof-of-stake algorithm, Ouroboros. The Input-Output Hong Kong team employed a first principles approach driven by peer-reviewed academic research to build Cardano from the ground up. This uniquely collaborative effort steadily constructed the most precisely engineered cryptocurrency yet, a product that brings together such disciplines as distributed systems, mechanism, design, and cryptography. The result is the first cryptocurrency to be based in Haskell code. They mentioned it, but I mentioned it first. An industrial strength product that delivers the resilience necessary for mission critical systems, in this case, securing investment. Cardano's multi-layer protocol performs advanced functions and has at its foundation a settlement layer that is elegantly linked to a control layer. The settlement layer will have a unit of account, while the control layer will run smart contracts. So it's very multifaceted. As you can see, it's taken on so many tasks at once. Something which most cryptocurrencies that I'm aware of can't do. And some brag that they can, or they kind of moving towards it, but this is like a whole other beast as compared to what we've seen so far with, I mean, even coins like Stellar, amongst many others. The control layer will be programmed to recognize identity, assisting compliance, and allowing blacklisting, for instance. As a whole, the protocol's design is geared toward protecting privacy rights of users while also taking into account the needs of regulators. In doing so, Cardano is the first protocol to balance these requirements in a nuanced and effective way, pioneering a new approach for cryptocurrencies. In addition, while the platform has been solidly composed, we also recognize the need for it to evolve and adapt to changing needs. Consequently, we have designed a system that can be upgraded by way of soft forks and are installing a treasury system that will ensure the sustainability of the protocol. It's very good stuff. Great ideas there. Completely open source and patent free. Cardano was built in a spirit of collaboration and engineered for efficiency and scalability. The Cardano ecosystem is developing out into the most complete and most useful cryptocurrency ever constructed. I had no idea that it was open source and patent free, because when I hear that like a company like Input Output Hong Kong is behind something, you'd think that they've got it patented, and I'm sure maybe there is some patents of some sort, maybe like a wallet is patented, or but that's really cool to know. I mean, that's really good to know, because I think that it's that type of creativity that drives innovation and like new and emerging technologies are better developed and work out in the long run, like Bitcoin, when they're kind of free to the public and they're open source. Imagine if Bitcoin had come out and it was like just one person or one entity or one company was behind it and was like, no, that's mine, you can't have it, right? You wouldn't have ever had Litecoin. You would never have all these other great cryptocurrencies that came out that were somewhat copies, but there was certain improvements, in my opinion, certain improvements were made to the Bitcoin code to have all just this diversity of cryptocurrency, and I think you need that. I like Bitcoin is great, and like Cardano is great, but I think you always need that kind of room for diversity. So. Well, that was that. I had a few things pulled up here that I wanted to get into. I don't want to make an hour-long video as yesterday. I'm going to try to keep these coin of the day videos to a kind of a minimum, but there you have it. Cardano it fixes a lot of scalability issues. Based on what I've seen, just the fact that it's so multi-layered, and then there's kind of all these checks and balances in the programming of Cardano that kind of check each other in a sense. Is just amazing, and it does fix the scalability issues. I've seen Cardano at work, very fast, low transaction fees. Not an expert on it. I'm just kind of learning along the way. So let's find Cardano right now. Let's see where it stands at. And look, it's at the top 8, and I think that's pretty amazing. That's when you know that something is really a good coin or a good crypto asset is like Cardano just came out, what? Like a year ago or something. Not even. We're going to look at the market here. But nevertheless, when you see Cardano on the top 10 list, and even though its price per one Cardano or one ADA is nowhere near that of a Bitcoin or an Ethereum, nevertheless, I could see the longevity. I could definitely see the promise in the Cardano technology, and we're just gonna have to see. See, like December is when it first came out there on a CoinMarketCap of 2017, so it's not even a year. Just it was last year, but you could definitely see that it's got intrinsic value, and you can definitely see people are adopting it. It's different. It's its own blockchain. It's not a copy or like a clone of any other previously released cryptocurrency. And the founder, has this great experience. This is someone who was a co-founder to Ethereum, essentially, or co-developer, co-founder, whatever you want to, whatever label you want to use. But nevertheless, I mean, so he can take what he's learned from Ethereum and the good, the bad, and the ugly, and improve on all those things. If there is any kind of flaws, if there is any kind of blind spots or flaws or quirks that need to be worked out. So I could definitely see Cardano. I don't want to say taking over, but it's going to be like between Cardano and like EOS, NEM. You could definitely see those as like in the top 10 there. And NEM kind of fell off a little bit, but it was in the top 10 at one point. But nevertheless, we're just gonna have to see what happens, folks. We're just gonna have to wait and see and observe. And EOS is at 5, and Ripple's at 3. So yeah, you gotta got a volume of 57 million last 24 hours. Supply of 25 billion. Cardano's a market cap of 3.46, and it is pre-mined. So there you have it. Okay, it didn't take an hour to do a coin of the day review here. What I will say is Cardano is not mineable, because that little asterisk symbol, that's what that means. We'll talk about this more. I think I need to make like a whole series of videos on Cardano once I kind of get a better feel of what Cardano is. But stay tuned. This has been the coin of the day. Hopefully it wasn't boring. Hopefully it wasn't too exciting. Probably not. But p2ptender.com. Definitely looking forward to seeing Cardano come out with more features, more great news. Stay tuned. Look up the Cardano roadmap, which you can find on. You can go to whycardano.com, and there's a whole lot of reading. And this is kind of what I didn't want to do, is read all that for like 2 hours. Nevertheless, I like it, and stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe. What will tomorrow's coin of the day be? I don't know. I'm probably going to do a little bit more research today. There's only a handful of cryptocurrencies that I know kind of in and out, that I understand it all the way. And even then, it's like you're constantly learning something new. I learn something new every day, even with cryptos that I'm just like a big fan of. And Cardano is something I'm just recently adopting, and I've been introduced to most recently. Nevertheless, there is a list of cryptos that I just really like, and they're on my watch list, and Cardano's definitely one of them, or it has been as of most recently. But stay tuned, tune in, subscribe, and see you folks next time. Thank you.